The Jorōgumo, a creature from Japanese folklore, is a deadly spider that transforms into an irresistibly beautiful woman after living for 400 years. Using her enchanting disguise, she lures men into her web where escape is impossible. Her victims meet a slow, agonizing death as she injects them with venom, turning beauty into a lethal trap. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Josephine. Today we're going to have some San Pellegrino. I realise whenever I talk, I start to feel quite a dry throat. So I'm going to actually have a drink here for once. This video is a warning against the vain pursuit towards beauty. Jorōgumo is often seen as a symbol of avoiding beauty because maybe there's something hidden underneath. But I actually think this is a warning about trying to dominate and possess beauty. Beauty is an intangible thing. It isn't real. It's a concept that is human-made, one that does not live in the item that you're looking at. It lives in your mind. It makes me really sad these days to look at these kind of vain pursuits towards beauty, such as the 15-step skincare routines or the morning sheds where these already beautiful women are adorning themselves, like mummifying themselves basically, in various beauty equipment that probably is kind of painful. When they take off the equipment, you can see like dents left on their skin, and there's like a mouth, what is it called? Like mouth tape, jaw or chin strap, various things in their hair, trying to keep it a certain way. And you just imagine how bad these women have slept in these kind of full-blown attire, as if it's a job to sleep. By the way, I'm not trying to shame the women that participate in this. I just think it's sad that it's come to having to kind of torture yourself in order to be seen as beautiful. We live in an era of defiled acts towards beauty, and the title of this video, "To Possess is to Defile," is a quote by Simone Weil. And I take this to mean that once we try to possess something, we try to taint it, we try to manipulate it and change it. And this is all done in vain when it comes to beauty. Because in the words of, I think it's Oscar Wilde, he says that beauty is a thing that even time cannot harm. And I'll put the original quote up here. This is because beauty is what the word suggests it is in and of itself. It cannot lack beauty. It is exactly what it is. And no amount of time can change what it is. It either exists or it doesn't exist. I hope this makes sense. It isn't something that can exist without your perception, though. And by this, I mean that beauty is, you know the phrase, it's in the eye of the beholder. And I think a good example of this is Agnes Martin's analogy. She takes a rose and shows it to her niece and asks her niece, "Is this rose beautiful?" And her niece replies that it is. And then she puts the rose behind her back and she asks her niece again, "Is the rose beautiful?" And the child replies, "Yes, the rose is beautiful." The beauty is held in your mind. Whether the rose is in front of you or not, you still know, you still think that the rose is beautiful. It doesn't need to exist in front of you. And there's actually a really beautiful film called La Chimera. I think that's how it's pronounced. I think it's with Josh O'Connor. It's actually on Mubi. I watched it on Mubi. Not sponsored. I will read the premise to you so that it makes more sense. And please skip ahead to this time frame if you do not want any spoilers. In 1980, Arthur, a former British archaeologist released from prison for tomb robbery, returns to Italy where he reconnects with his ex-girlfriend Benemina's family and meets Italia, their maid. While continuing his work as a tomb raider with his gang, using his mystical ability to locate graves through vision, Arthur becomes romantically involved with Italia. However, their relationship becomes complicated when she discovers his illegal activities. After a significant heist involving a statue of Cybele goes wrong, Arthur has a change of heart and sabotages the sale. Ultimately, after a brief reconciliation with Italia, Arthur enters a tomb shaft that collapses, trapping him inside where he has a final vision of reuniting with his missing ex-girlfriend, Benamina. I think that this film is a symbol for seeking beauty and the realization of obsessing over it and how it can lead to vanity. Because beauty is this very pure thing that cannot be touched. Beauty is beauty itself. We fight our way to owning it, to having a piece of this happiness almost. And this is shown in this film by his token taking from the various graves that they find various different archaeological sites, and he takes a piece of each of the site for keepsake and also to sell, which he learns does not fill him. And I think ultimately Benamina, his ex-partner who you assume has passed away, he keeps having visions of her, and I think that these visions are actually a way of exploring how beauty is actually in the mind, and it was with him all along. It was part of him, and the very last scene is him realizing this and being able to fall into it and be absorbed by its absolute pureness. It's, a really great film. I definitely recommend watching it, and it's just shot really beautifully as well. I know I mentioned before about this kind of our beauty habits, our habits to enable us to stay beautiful, stay ageless, which is just a bizarre concept because, one, it is absolutely a pleasure and a privilege to age, to have time. It shows that you've had time. It shows that you have had experience. Also, to me, an older lady is always full of grace, elegance, and wisdom. And it's not something that I want to stop happening.
When you were 14 or 16, you feel so sorry for that yearning girl, the girl who wants it all and who has nothing, no knowledge, no money, no experience. And then you edit your life into this very polished person with a lot of artifice, which I happen to like. I think artifice is one of the tools that women are given. It's like a secret weapon.
I don't think trying to feel beautiful or present beauty is necessarily a bad thing. And we've been doing this since ancient times, since the Egyptians using coal around their eyes to both ward off the evil eye, but also because it was so aesthetically beautiful and appealing. And I don't think that this is the issue. The issue is not trying to present beauty and trying to find beauty and have it surround you. I think that that is an absolutely worthy way to spend your time. To surrounding yourself with beautiful things it brings joy to your life. It brings purpose. An example is if you were to be stuck in a kind of dingy, dark room and told to work on, say, your thesis, or you were in this absolutely beautiful library, or you were by a lake writing, as opposed to stuck in some kind of dark, four-walled room with barely any light, we would all choose I would assume we would all choose the more beautiful place to spend time. And I think this is because we are visual creatures. We are drawn to aesthetics. We have an appeal towards aesthetics. We communicate a lot of the time. We communicate through our eyes. We are visual creatures. Beauty does bring us happiness. It's more that when we try to control it, possess it, and also try and control and possess the uncontrollable thing that is time, is vain. It is empty. It is impossible. And I think that society often equates beauty with conventional attractiveness. But I think beauty is much more than this. Beauty can be found in the sound of someone you love. Beauty can be seen in the very details of someone's eye. Beauty isn't about conventional attractiveness. Conventional attractiveness is, again, the kind of possession of beauty, trying to own it. That isn't to say conventional attractiveness doesn't exist. It's just that focusing our efforts and all our thoughts on trying to be conventionally attractive is the vain pursuit. That is the thing that will leave you feeling empty. I hope this video makes sense, and these are sort of some rambling thoughts I have on beauty, but I want you to all take it as a warning to give yourself some joy with beauty. Stop trying to possess it, claim it, and make yourself feel so bad around it. Thank you so much if you've made it this far into the video. I haven't had much of my water, actually. Yeah, thank you so much if you've made it this far into the video. I really appreciate you as always, and I will see you in my next video. I hope you like the new setup as well. Just trying some things out. And yes, please like this video if you like it, and let me know your thoughts on beauty. Anyone you've been reading that talks of beauty, I'd love to hear about them. And please subscribe if you're new here. And as always, I will see you in my next video.